Hey, welcome to Appetite for Production, the top, in our opinion, music technology podcast with a couple of music tech journos. I'm Tim Cant. Who's James Russell?
That's me. I'm James Russell. It's me.
Oh, wow. What a surprise. How you doing, James?
I'm good. We don't have an interview today and we don't have a competition or giveaway today because things have been pretty hectic and I couldn't be asked sorting them out.
Oh, wow. Brutal honesty. But that's what we're all about.
We may not have a producer on the end of a phone, but we do have a cat in the house with us.
Yeah, where is it? Can you see it?
No, I think it's clawing at the door trying to get out.
Oh, God. Okay. Well, as long as it's not eating my no food, then we're all right.
Let's get into everything. All right, first up, we weren't going to do this, but we just found out about it. Massive X is the subject of a second lab. We're getting more information suddenly from Native Instruments about the forthcoming huge successor to the massive synth. They've released a video supposedly giving a bunch of sounds from the oscillators, but nothing else.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I'm just looking through this blog post. We have something called bend mode.
All right, I'm constantly in bend mode anyway.
There is it looks like there's a control called over.
There are knobs for bend and knobs for over. So watch out, music producers.
Yeah. We're all gonna bend the knee for Massive X.
Yeah, we're gonna genuflect wildly. Well, I certainly am anyway.
A parameter called mirror, which plays the wavetable forwards and backwards. I guess that's
just like a real mirror.
Hard sync mode. Rap is similar to hard sync, but
so you press a button and it freestyle raps for you.
Yeah,
wicked, got it.
Formant or formant capture.
Oh, formant capture? What does that even mean?
I guess
something to do with audio.
I guess it thinks, okay, this is the formant already existing in the wavetable, and then you can capture it and retune only that stuff.
Perhaps. That makes no sense to me, but it isn't even 10 a.m. yet, mate. So,
and it says one of the most interesting modes is ART, artificial resonance technology, which uses hard sync and some clever processing to create something very similar to a high resonating band pass filter.
Yeah. Or you could just use a high resonating band pass filter.
I think we should just dip straight in.
Should we watch this video? Ooh.
Okay. Pause.
Ooh.
Visceral first impression.
I like acid, mate, so that's fine. And without a filter, that's kind of cool, I guess. What are your thoughts?
Sounds like a synthesizer.
Yeah, man. Well, they've really got the soft synth sound of the late 90s, early noughties there, which is a time I was very fond of, as you know. Should you have a bit more of a listen?
Let's go forward.
Oh, God, wow.
What's that control?
Pitch. They're smacking a pitch up. They're changing the wavetable shape, I guess that is. Ooh,
yeah.
Very lovely. Oh, that's it. Okay, wow.
So you're just dragging on the big wavetable knob to change the wavetable. That's very much the opposite of Serum's render the wavetable in high quality 3D approach.
Right. Yes. Okay. Do you want to have a look at the comments?
Oh yeah.
See what they say.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Zero comments. Should we leave a comment?
The first.
Oh, it's unlisted.
Oh.
Well, hang on. But it's on their website. I guess they just don't want it going into the YouTube mainstream.
Maybe. Okay, fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, post it.
No.
Okay, we do have another
Is this another video?
Yeah, this is
what?
Standard mode.
Oh,
tech
sounds
demo.
exciting, mate.
Hold on a second. Oh, here we go. It says, finally, the beast you've all been waiting for. Gorilla mode.
Oh, rawr. That's not gorilla noise.
Suited to simple wavetables with minimal spectral complexity, such as triangle. Ooh, triangle.
Oh, yeah, everyone's favourite waveform.
It's vulgar and aggressive, specialising in over-the-top sounds.
Oh, okay. Should we put this one on?
Let's get on and try it out.
Okay. Oh. Okay, I'm just going to pause right there. When Native Instruments announced Massive X, I saw some wag on the internet saying Dubstep 2 coming summer 2020.
Yeah.
And that sounds about right, I think. What do you reckon?
Yeah.
Oh, dubstep's going to be reinvigorated by these wobbly noises. Let's continue.
Yo, 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 yo.
Yo, 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 yo. God, do you know, I miss yoy noises, mate.
Yeah.
And wobs and everything. Who would have thought? Maybe dubstep will come back. Ooh, oh, yeah. Do you know what? Fair play to them for doing this whole just oscillators thing, because that's pretty cool for just an oscillator, I guess.
Yeah, if you can show off how good your oscillators are, and everyone will assume everything else is pretty great.
Yeah, they just... Ooh! Sorry.
Let's comb the text of the blog post for a bit more info.
Okay, I'm gonna Control F and search for Harambe. I can't find anything.
Oh, for fuck's sake,
I'm missing a trick there.
Random mode uses two internal randomizers to adjust everything from the fundamental frequency to the position setting.
Lol, so random.
I'm not massively into having a huge random control on an oscillator.
No. I like everything to be preordained.
Yeah. Wavetables and modes. In all modes, both wavetable oscillators can be modulated by two dedicated phase modulators.
Hang on a minute. Slow down there, Einstein. 2 phase modulators for each oscillator.
I guess it's 2 oscillators, 2 phase modulators.
Oh, okay.
And you can mix and match as you wish. Each with 6 possible waveforms. And there's an aux modulator.
Oh, wow. Well, because
for-
the trouble was with Massive, there was one mod osc, and that was it, basically.
It's very hard.
Slightly limiting.
When you're running through the forest with your sword and all those orcs were attacking you.
Hang on a minute.
So-
Can you explain that joke to me?
It's Lord of the Rings.
Oh, God. Okay. Right.
And you needed to modulate those orcs. So the orcs modulate is very early in the morning.
And the Lord of the Rings thing works as well, because obviously Massive's modulation system is built around a lot of Saturn-style rings, mate.
I don't know. I'm thinking Massive X is a bit more like Lord of the Dance than Lord of the Rings.
Hell yeah. I was in Show Shop the other day, and I saw a Michael... What's his name?
Flatley.
Michael Flatley video I'd never heard of before called Celtic Tiger.
Okay.
But I didn't buy it. I was feeling like I missed a trick there. Anyway.
Why does Cheshire have anything to do with that?
I don't know if it does. I don't know where it was, actually.
Anywho.
Anyway.
We got a bunch of stuff here. We've got hard sync. We've got bend over controls.
Mm-hmm. Bend over all the way for Timmy.
We've got wrap. We've got formant and formant capture.
Mm-hmm.
Let's dig down more into that. It says it allows you to play a waveform at different pitches without affecting the amplitude or the formant frequency. So it's basically tune shit up, but keep all the formanty bits in the...
Oh, God, I'm going to need to see that in action before I can really understand it.
It may work well with these new yoys you're about to jump on the bandwagon of.
Well, I'm not going to be making any yoys, mate. I'm too old for that now, man. My yoying days are well behind me.
Ask me what I've been doing.
What have you been doing, James?
Oh, Tim.
Yeah, tell me all about it, bro.
Listen, okay. I don't like to use the word busy. Like, I generally avoid the word busy.
Well, if you tell people you're really busy, you sound like a bit of a wankster. I
Yeah.
do it all the time, and everyone thinks I'm an awful person.
Yeah, it makes you sound like you have a very high opinion of yourself. You're very important.
Yeah.
You're very important, and the world won't last without you.
Yeah,
And
you're a
you're-
vital cog in that giant capitalist machine, bro.
You're dedicated and you're overworked. But basically, almost everyone says they're busy. So I stopped saying I was busy a long time ago. But at the moment, man...
You're real busy?
Pretty fucking busy.
Yeah, okay. Tell me about it.
Or, I guess, when you're busy, you're not really busy.
Hang on.
You're exhausted,
Yeah.
you know? So, yeah, it's... God, I've had a lot of shit come up.
God.
And it is not helping me that it's Easter this weekend because I got to work 4-day week beforehand, 4-day week afterwards. But as a self-employed man,
Oh, mate.
I've had a lot on. I've done like, or at least I've got on the list to do this week, like something like 8 reviews of different bits of software, and I decided to just slot them all into one week and have a review week. At the same time, I am also covering the news for Music Radar.
Oh, why would you do that to yourself, mate?
Well, some perfect storm has happened where they're all on holiday at the same time.
Oh, right, okay.
And so Jim and Boy gets to do some news.
Yeah, wow. I never went on holiday when I worked for Future. How are they bloody managing it? Anyway.
Yeah, so I've had that in the mornings. It's been fun. There wasn't much at the start of the week, but now suddenly a few cool things have been released as we've just seen. I have to write a story about Massive X in the middle of this podcast.
Oh, wow. Multitasking.
Which, after we finish talking for a bit, I'm going to have to go and do based on what we've just looked at.
Okay. Can I have a lie down while you're doing that?
You can have a bend over one.
Okay. All right. I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, what else has been in that? I did a Future Music roundup of sequenced effects.
Sequenced effects, virtual or hardware?
Virtual.
Okay.
So, like in that,
Stutter edit.
I got to try the Sine Vibes plugins for the first time.
Okay.
They're audio units Mac only, which has always sort of stopped a lot of people from going to them.
PC users predominantly.
Yeah. And they're pretty cool. They're really nice. They basically, if no one knows about Sine Vibes, because you're on a PC, they do basically sequenced everything. Sequenced filters, sequenced flanges, sequenced phases, sequenced God knows everything.
Sequences.
They just came out with a new sequenced delay called Stream.
Oh.
Which sounds really good. But yeah, I was doing that roundup. I've got something on with Eventide's Instant Flanger, which I've done a lot of sort of background work for it recently, but I only just got a license. So I've got to get into that. I've been reviewing Waveform 10.
What is that?
Waveform 10?
Yeah.
It's my door.
Oh, it's your door, isn't it? Tractor, by any other name.
Traction.
Oh, God, sorry.
It's very early in the morning.
It really is. I really struggled sleeping last night. Sorry, carry on.
And I've also been getting on with the next issue of Electronic Musician, which I've never talked about on the podcast before, but I do a lot of stuff for that as well. So I've had a hell of a time, and then it's going to be a hell of a time next week as well. And yeah, I'm even stopping to do a podcast with you.
Yeah, wow. Well, I feel very grateful that you've taken the time out of your super busy schedule to spend time with Timmy and the cat.
Speaking of my schedule, I think I've got to go and write this news story now.
Oh, you better go and do it. Do you want to insert a whooshing sound effect here?
Yeah.
So how was that for you, James? Enjoyable?
It took a long time. I couldn't stop writing, and it is now done.
Well, you're nothing if not a perfectionist, mate.
I learned a little bit more about Massive during that whole experience.
Tell me.
10 modes. It's all about the modes.
Median and modes, yes.
A normal wavetable synth will have a mode, well, basically one mode, a traditional one, where you scan through the wavetable. But the different modes of Massive are more about scanning through the wavetable in different ways.
Okay.
So you got like sort of jittery modes, you've got curve bendy modes and stuff like that. So 10 different modes. That's where Gorilla mode pops up, which is God knows what, but it's got to be good.
Yeah. Oh, mate, the expectation is high for Harambe mode right now.
So anyway, let's get back off Massive.
Is there anything else apart from Massive?
Well,
if there is, I don't want to know about it.
What have you been doing over the last couple of weeks? Because we haven't really spoken much at all. In the meantime, usually we're texting like lovers.
If we were texting like lovers, that would mean no texts. So we have been texting like lovers.
And I received 34 missed calls in an hour.
I've just been, all I do is work. I went to Froome the other day, though, mate.
Froome?
Yeah, man. It was all right. I had a pizza with kale on it. Weird. I know. On the music front, I'm still binning everything I make, but I'm getting to the stage where I can produce, arrange, and then bin something quicker than ever. So I really feel like I'm making a lot of progress.
Do you get to the point where your recycle bin's so full that you can't actually throw the thing in the bin, so you have to put it on SoundCloud?
Well, yeah. Well, my plan is just to fill up this computer with crap, basically, then get a new one. Boom.
Fair enough.
Job done.
Anything particular you've been doing?
I went to Berlin.
What? Oh, yeah.
I went to Berlin.
Okay, you didn't want to bring that up.
Well, mate, it's just an everyday thing for me, bruv. My jet-setting lifestyle.
Let's talk about this, because this was for a producer in-studio video shoot, which is one of the things you do, and you've been doing for a long time.
A long time, mate.
Gone to loads of glamorous European destinations and non-glamorous European destinations with the camera team.
Yes.
Filming producers for computer music and future music videos.
Yes, that's correct.
Let's get down into this a bit more, because this is something you haven't talked about much.
Okay, let me give you the real deal on this shiz.
Give me the skinny.
Okay, so it's all about the food, basically. Because, as you can imagine, these trips are done kind of in a cost-effective manner, which means occasionally flying at odd times. So it's often the case you will get to somewhere very, very late, too late to do anything apart from get the closest food. And then you've got to start shooting right away in the morn. So for the food, we went to a place called Pirates Berlin, which is a pirate-themed restaurant that was very near the hotel, and they have
swashbuckling good time.
Absolutely, and they have like giant plastic sharks fixed to the walls.
Yes,
and also our hostess was a very, very nice German woman. He had a very, very hoarse voice and called everyone on our table sexy.
Like, hey, sexy, what would you like to drink?
Yeah,
nice.
Exactly.
Was she a Fraulein?
Well, a woman, yes. A German woman, yeah. And I had some passable currywurst. And then the next day in Berlin airport, there's like a wooden shack restaurant, right?
I like it. Is it pirate themed?
It's not pirate themed. It's just like log cabin themed.
Has it got Harambe on it?
There was no reason to bring Harambe up at all. Otherwise, I would have done it, mate. Don't even worry about that. And I got a meal which was, so you buy all the bits separately, but I got a meal which was 6 small sausages and a gigantic pile of sauerkraut. And I tell you what, mate, my digestion has been smashing it since. So yeah.
Okay, enough about the city and the food. Let's talk about the video.
No.
Which producer were you going to shoot, as you say?
I don't know if I'm really allowed to talk about it, to be honest,
man.
bruv. But
okay, well, let's talk about some past ones. What's the least glamorous place you've been to do a shoot?
Bournemouth, probably. I would say, though it's quite sunny actually.
It's not a bad place.
A lot of the shoots that I've been doing recently have been just south of the M25. That seems to be the real hot spot for where producers kind of like things are happening or whatever. I mean, I guess no one can afford to live in London anymore.
Like Surrey.
Yeah, Surrey and Kent, basically. Okay. So yeah. So I'm telling you, bruv, M4, M25. Very rarely there'll be a bit of M11 action. And that's, we're talking Essex, we're talking Cambridgeshire, sort of East Anglia sort of vibe or whatever. As you know, I'm an Essex boy, so the M11, very close to my heart. I've become a big expert on motorway service stations.
Okay, are we really going there?
Yeah, we definitely are. I've been wanting to talk about this for a long time.
Okay.
And now I've finally got a chance.
Okay, hold on a second.
Have I discussed with you Gloucester services, mate?
No, but I have been there and it is fantastic.
It is fantastic, right? Have you been to both? Because there's a northbound and a southbound one now.
No.
And they're basically identical.
It's basically a massive hobbit hole.
Yeah, it's like
service
Teletubby
station.
Land sort of vibe. Yeah. Gloucester services, mate. Once you've been there, you've been spoiled because there are some really, really grim ones, man.
Yeah. There's one, I can't believe I'm involved in this conversation.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
There's one on the M1 with a sort of big people walking tube that connects both.
Love it.
That's what?
Tilbury?
Tilbury sounds right.
Yeah, something like that. I know what you're talking about,
God,
mate.
I can't believe we're having this conversation.
Yeah, I know. It's great, isn't it?
And there's also a nice one, T-Bay services. Is that right?
Oh, where's that?
I think it's toward the north. It might be way up the M6. I can't believe we're
This is great. This is a very Alan Partridge-esque conversation we're having. You see, you want to avoid Burger King because Burger King is overpriced.
Yeah.
I like to get a nice Subway, mate, if I can.
Okay.
M&S Foods, Waitrose, they're all a bit better. The worst thing I went to recently at services was some services in the M25 area that was like a co-op shop as well, like a big co-op shop as well.
Interesting.
Mate, that was dystopian AF, basically. So yeah, and that's, to be honest, mate, it's really all about the food, man. I mean, music artists come and go, but, KFC service station foods is there for life.
What happened to Little Chefs? That's what I want to know.
What happened to Happy Eater, mate? Happy Eater was my favourite. The logo, the man making himself throw up after eating his Happy Eater meal. It's real sad.
I really don't know where to go with this, Tim.
I tell you what, it is the most glamorous thing I do, but it's not very glamorous, basically.
You like it.
What I really like is when I go to the Netherlands, bruv.
Okay. Now we're back on track.
Yeah.
Good service stations there?
Do you know, I don't know, because it's all about the coffee shops, babe.
Okay.
That's what I'm all about, yeah.
That's fair.
Having some fun abroad. Whoop, whoop. James, where do you intend to go when you die in battle?
You know exactly where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the center of Hades, the warrior's paradise. You know it.
Yeah.
You love it.
Asgard.
Yes.
What is the difference between Asgard and Valhalla?
I wouldn't know.
Let's come out with our own range of algorithmic reverb plugins called Asgard DSP.
What we're talking about, of course, is the release that just happened this week of the new Valhalla plugin, Valhalla DSP. If you don't know them, what are you doing? Get to know them. Yeah, get to know them. $50 per plugin. Amazing line of reverbs that everyone loves. You must know them because everyone knows them. Everyone loves them. Almost every producer has something great to say about them.
A lot of artists that I shoot will use a Valhalla, mate. They bloody love it.
But this plugin is not a reverb, is it?
What?
This is ValhallaDelay.
Oh my god. Well, it's a logical step because I'm going to blow your mind here, James. Reverb is actually made out of delay. Did you learn something today?
It was actually teased quite a while ago. I was going to bring it up on the podcast. He did a little Twitter tease thingy with the sounds from it, but I didn't. There were better things to discuss.
How could it be better? Now it's the only thing to discuss.
Now it's the only thing to discuss. ValhallaDelay. In fact, I know even more about ValhallaDelay because I did the Music Radar news story for it this week.
Top efficiency there, James. You're killing multiple birds with one stone.
This is it, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
We've got, 7 or 8 types of delay?
Oh, God.
Digital delay. Stick with this because this sound will make a lot more sense when it's got delay on it.
It sounds like that Weezer cover version I made you listen to.
This is the rev pitch delay algorithm.
Oh, wow.
Which does reversing and pitch shifting.
Oh, the edge has got in there, wicked.
That's the ghost reverb algorithm, delay algorithm.
sounds great.
Would you expect anything less?
No, I wouldn't. And it really, the visual style of it is definitely in keeping with their reverbs.
Yes, very true. So we've got 7, like I said, types: tape, hi-fi, BBD, Bucket Brigade, digital, ghost, which is a Valhalla DSP original.
Ooh, spooky.
Pitch.
Smack your pitch up.
That's a digital delay with added pitch shifting, which I always like. And rev pitch, which is that reverse pitch shifting.
Oh my god. Well, it sounds like they're taking on Soundtoys Crystallizer in a dangerous game.
in a game of chicken.
Yeah.
If you delay first.
Yeah, exactly. Who's going to
lose.
delay for? Yeah, nice, wicked.
There are 5 tape styles for controlling the number of delay voices: single, dual, ratio, ping pong, and quad.
Quad?
Ratio means that the right channel is set to a certain ratio of the left channel that you set. And basically, we don't even need to talk about this because everyone knows it's great.
Yeah, even though it hasn't launched yet.
It launched
Has
yesterday.
it launched now?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And what's the response been like? Presumably, it's been ecstatic.
Well, I don't even need to look at the response because it's going to be great. And everyone knows it's going to be great because it's
Sick.
Valhalla.
Sick. What I want to know about Valhalla, James, is have you tried their free Freak reverb?
Freak Echo.
Freak Echo.
I have.
How is it?
It's good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I did a little article a while back about all the Valhalla things, which is now probably outdated because we have ValhallaDelay. But yeah, that wasn't massively in depth, but I was sort of rounding it up, like here's this, here's what it does, here's this, here's what it does, here's this, here's what it does. I have all of them, and yeah, Freak Echo, the free one, is pretty cool. Don't have anything special to say about it because I just care about the delays.
Yeah, baby.
The different colors that you get with each mode is cool. Valhalla can get away with a very minimal characteristic design, don't you think?
Well, they've got their own styly, mate, which seems to work for them. I mean, to be honest, I had some NFRs of a couple of their things a few years ago that don't seem to work anymore for some reason. I always found their interfaces a little bit impenetrable, but I think that was probably more my laziness than any design issues with them.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the delay interface is going to be impenetrable.
No, it looks
all
nice
delay,
and straightforward.
You know?
Yeah,
feedback, you know what that does. And it doesn't change much between the different modes, which is nice. But yeah, some of their sort of slightly more unique stuff is quite hard to say this does this, this does this. But generally, it sounds amazing.
Yeah, it looks cool, man. I want to get some NFRs off the Valhalla guy. I should just email him, really.
$50, 50 US clams for ValhallaDelay, $50 for pretty much every Valhalla plugin, I believe.
Yeah, I mean, that is a decent price considering they are universally lauded.
And they pretty much never have a sale. I've never seen them have a sale, which is, I like people who do that and like, look, it's relatively cheap. It's never going on sale.
I do prefer that than the whole, you better check our website every 2 days or whatever to see when it's going to get discounted.
Yeah, you can see why people do it, but it's, I like someone sticking to their guns like that, and hopefully he is well rewarded for doing that.
I've got a segue, James. Are you interested?
Seg me up.
Are you familiar with Air Windows?
I am. I was speaking to the guy yesterday.
Oh, really? Tell me about that.
Coincidences here.
Is it a coincidence? Yes, it is.
Did he come to you for a reference?
No.
This guy on the register.
Have you tried out his plugins?
Yes, because Traction Waveform 10 includes 62 Air Windows plugins. They are basically launched as stock plugins, but they're by Air Windows, and they're the Air Windows plugins. So as part of the review, I had to do a fairly in-depth roundup of them.
Do they have their own GUIs?
No, they do not.
I was chatting.
They do in Traction Waveform 10. Although they're all very much the same.
Well, yes, this is what I was going to say. I was chatting to somebody about the Air Windows stuff, and he was evangelizing them to me. I mean, I was familiar with them, but I'd never used them because for some reason I thought they were really expensive. But it seems like they're free?
Donationware, yeah.
Donationware.
You can donate, and you can, I think...
Patreon he's got.
He has got Patreon, and I can't remember the exact setup, but I think his audio units are free, and he's gradually converting to VST.
Okay.
And the more Patreon people he gets, the more conversions he does per month.
Oh, wow. Okay.
There's almost like it's a salaried job to convert his audio units to VST.
Yeah. I mean, I tried out some of the stuff. There's a lot of it. It's like 151 plugins.
Yeah. Now, here's the thing. In Waveform 10, you've got 62 of them. And they've basically been plopped there to bulk up how you can do things with Waveform's racks. It's called the Artisan Collection. But the idea was, you got a bunch of relatively simple plugins with few controls on them, which you can use in the rack system and split and route. And like, okay, you want a delay? Put a quick delay on there. It's only got two controls. But in reality, it feels like they're a lot more creative than utilitous, which is good for Air Windows. It's bad for their implementation in Waveform 10, but they are really creative plugins, and it's more of a creative suite, and they all do something like, I didn't know that was a thing, or I didn't know I needed that, or that's really inspiring.
I had a bit of a different experience.
Oh, yeah. Tell me more.
I will tell you more. My chum was showing me a few that he'd used. And it was the sort of thing where you just whack it on a sound, turn up a couple of knobs, and it'd sound better, James. What do you think about that?
Ooh, a sound better plugin.
It would make it sound nicer.
Yeah. There's one called Energy, which
I haven't used that one.
Seems to add energy.
I see.
There were more. There was I can't remember the names now, and I don't have the computer with me. But there was a very guitar-centric one
called Guitar.
No, it had guitar in the name, but that was like, that sort of brings everything up front a bit. I didn't even use it on guitar yet. I can't remember any other specifics. There was only one reverb in the Traction lot, and there was some weirdness with like the filters. They weren't that filtery.
No.
They were filters, but they weren't actually like, okay, high pass, low pass. So like I say, it's not a bunch of utilities, but they are really cool to just give a go. And yeah, no UI.
Yes.
So these just come up with your DAW's default sort of shell, if you like.
Yeah, I mean, I'd prefer it if they had a UI. I think it would be to his advantage as well.
It definitely would.
But the thing is, if he's making enough money, making his amazing plugins and getting paid off of Patreon, and people are into it, then why would you bother, I guess?
Yeah. I'm pretty damn impressed with them.
Yeah, I was really impressed.
I hadn't heard them before. The implementation in Traction isn't the greatest and most appropriate, but the Air Windows plugins are really good.
Yeah, I would say definitely worth a download. What do you reckon, Chief?
Yes, definitely. And donate some cash to the guy.
Yeah, if you've got a load of spare cash, like we all do these days.
Anyway, any final thoughts on the Valhalla Delay?
Yeah, I want it, and I want a copy for free. So let's see how that goes.
Okay, you just demand it.
I do. Right? Well, yeah, I haven't.
Listen, man.
Hey, look. Do you know who I am? They call me Mr. Delay.
So you would only get it for free. You wouldn't pay.
I don't have any money, mate. If I was loaded, sure, I'd buy a copy.
Brilliant.
I've got Echo Boy, bruv. I don't really need another delay. I want this delay.
See, you know what? I am actually looking for a new sort of go-to delay.
Okay, well, I think you might have just found it, mate.
Yeah,
what do you reckon?
I mean, that's the thing. I usually, if I have a go-to, it's Timeless 2.
Yeah, I used to use a bit of Timeless 2, but it's a bit of a faff.
I think it's, ironically, I think it's dated.
No, what? Really?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't...
It's not Timeless at all.
It feels too complicated to just get a basic delay going.
Yeah, and like in the stuff with like, if you want a triplet delay, you've got to use the knob and click on the little bobbly bit next to the knob and everything. And it's not as immediate.
Great sounds, But
Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
it's not a go-to. And what else have I been? Yeah, for some reason, when I suddenly think in my head, I need a delay, I go for Native Instruments Replica recently.
Oh really? Well, it's not a bad little plugin.
Not
mate.
even the XT version, just standard
What?
Replica. Just like it's less of a delay, it's more of an echo.
Okay.
Sound happens, sound happens, sound happens.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like
Well,
a
that's the
wash of
same.
sound.
That's exactly the same as a delay, mate.
Oh yeah, I know, but it feels more like a sort of reprinter rather than a creative whoosh effect.
I've no idea what you're talking about anymore.
Anywho, ValhallaDelay is it would be my go-to
Yeah.
for sure. Like, look at that shit. Wow.
Yeah, man. Looks nice. Sounds great.
Now I know you love old video game consoles.
Hell yeah, I do. Let's talk about that for a couple of hours. Sega Mega Drive Mini coming out September. The Capcom Stick is coming out October. What else you got for me?
Yeah, I'll tell you what else I've got for you. Head to your email.
Oh God. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I pitched this as a story to somebody, but I can't remember who it was, but they
Who is
weren't
it?
interested.
Tell me what it is.
It is an album on a Mega Drive cart.
Yes, a proper Mega Drive cart.
A real hardware thing that you plug into an actual machine.
Yes, so this is Remute, and his new techno album can only be played on a Sega Mega Drive, otherwise known as
Genesis.
Sega Genesis for all those
Yanks.
who live in weird countries.
Yeah, I didn't realize it's actually Mega Drive in Japan.
Ah, okay.
You want to have a listen?
Yeah.
Banging.
Sounds to work. I mean, you reckon this is using audio or using some kind of tracker?
Well, it's FM on the Genesis, baby.
Okay, it's actually using the sound chip rather than anything else.
Yeah, it looks like he's coding on the Commodore 64 there, but I don't know if that's anything to do with this actual album. But yeah, all your classic Genesis sounds. I'm talking Sonic the Hedgehog and Echo the Dolphin noises you might be familiar with. It's all FM, baby.
There are 16 songs and a music video on the cart, which you'll have to order.
Oh,
for
wow.
Physical money.
Yeah,
You'll also have to have a Mega Drive / Genesis.
Well, maybe they could buy the new Super Analog GT or whatever it's called. Have you seen that?
Will that work?
It's like a new luxury Genesis with HDMI out and all kinds of stuff that has just been released.
Apparently, it should also work on the Analog Mega SG, a new high-quality emulation.
But that's the one, yeah. Actually, I should point out there are some samples in Mega Drive music. Streets of Rage, in particular, is a famous example of that.
Yeah, well, this is what I was thinking. I was thinking he'd done something weird where he'd actually literally loaded the audio and made a digital audio file player rather than using synthesis.
It's all synthesis, baby.
It makes it a bit less remarkable, but also sort of makes it a bit more sensible. If that's the only way you can play the album, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you could just record this as a WAV and listen to it like that.
Stick it on YouTube, maybe?
Stick it on YouTube, exactly.
When people can play it on their podcast behind them talking.
Exactly. Well, the thing is, he's done a fantastic job of promoting this, because if he had just released it on Bandcamp or whatever, nobody would care.
Yeah, true. Well, maybe the actual audio album will follow up 6 months later.
I'm almost certain it will. See, I like this video because it references two of my fave games from the old school, Wipeout and Flashback. Bravo, are you familiar with those?
No, you keep asking me if I am. I'm familiar with Wipeout, but...
You should really play Flashback, buddy.
I don't go on the Sega side of things usually, as you know.
Well, it's on everything.
I mean, I do a bit of Sonic Adventure, but...
Oh, God.
Because I like things that people hate.
Yeah. Well, you are arch, basically. You're an arch hipster.
Yeah.
Sonic Adventure is a bad game, James, okay?
I agree. That's why I love it.
Okay, wicked. Nice.
Good to get some oompa in there. This is quite an interesting one. XLN Audio, makers of
Addictive Drums and is it CS20 Retro Sounds?
RC20 Retro.
Whatever,
They've just released XO, which is something I write to your mum when
what? Kiss hug?
Yeah.
Fair play, mate. I'm glad you're giving us some affection.
This is a drum machine, basically.
What?
With a bunch of samples in it, and it automatically sort of maps the samples
Oh my god.
in 2D in different colors
what?
and lets you scan through them. Let's have a quick look. Now,
This looks nuts, buddy. Shall we hit that shit?
hit that shit.
It's like a treasure hunt.
Yeah, it is.
All looking for that X factor.
Stop.
Yeah.
Sounds like the guy from Kurzgesagt.
From who?
Space travel is the most exciting
it does.
challenging adventure humanity has
A-B
ever
them.
undertaken.
Okay,
But in an
we're A-being.
irony of history, we may stop ourselves from going into space the more we do it.
Oh, what, really?
That special something that makes beat creation complete.
It is very similar
It's similar.
stylistically, isn't it?
It's similar. You gotta love it. Anywho, let's continue.
I want to watch this end of space video. What is this prison we're
Nah,
creating
we're here
for
to
ourselves?
work.
Oh, okay.
XO by XLN Audio is a revolutionary new way of exploring sounds and creating beats. XO collects all your one-shot drum samples and sorts them by similarity in the XO space.
Stop.
Okay.
What do you see?
I see a kind of load of dots.
It looks like a nebula, doesn't it?
It does. That's exactly what
They
it looks
should
like.
have called it nebula.
No, isn't there already something called nebula?
Well, then your beats-
Acoustica audio, is it?
Your beats would then be nebulous.
Yeah, they would. They'd be like a cloud of gas.
So
hanging
this
in
is
space.
a big nebula of different colored dots, presumably representing your different drum sounds.
Yes.
Let's find out more.
Okay.
Seamlessly sweep through your sounds, regardless of where they're stored.
Oh. Ooh.
When you hear something that piques your interest, have a look around. You might find something even better close by.
Ooh.
So what's he up to?
He is waggling his cursor over this nebula and it's playing sounds and he's going through some bass drums, but then they get a bit more snare drummy and a bit more clappy.
And they merge between each other.
Yeah, wow. Interesting.
So the idea is, I think it comes with a collection of samples. I would assume so, but you can also load all yours in there.
well, that's what I want in there is my ones.
Exactly.
My sick one-shot library, bruv.
Intriguing.
Should we carry on?
Let's resume.
Ooh.
Filter your search to find what you're looking for even faster.
Fur.
He types in far.
Or jumpstart your beat creation with one of the curated presets.
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
You like that? You can
Yeah,
see
I
where
do.
all the elements are in the nebula.
Endless possibilities and variations by browsing similar samples,
Yeah, I like that.
individual kit pieces, or the entire kit all at once. You can
Your
even hold
constellation to great
try
beats.
them out in your
That doesn't make any sense. Constellation's not a verb. Oh, no, hang on. It wouldn't have to be a verb.
You like that hot swapping?
dive into
Yeah, I do like art swapping.
program. Tweak your beat with the
Ooh.
playful and intuitive sequencer.
Pause. They just said playful sequencer.
Is that a thing?
Dial in the perfect groove with the built-in accentuator.
Ooh.
Accentuator to take care of accents.
Templates.
Global swing. I like that.
Has a swing control, Tim.
Playground.
Yeah, I like my swing, buddy. I'm always banging on about it.
Beats and sounds.
And then I assume you can go back to auditioning different sounds in it.
Yeah, nice.
Shape your sounds with essential effects and creative modifiers.
And essential oils. Ooh.
Very essence of a snare.
And if needed, Send to individual amps and add your own secret sauce to the
Ooh.
mix.
RC20 Retro Color making an appearance there.
Ease into your own workflow.
Now, check this out. Have a stop.
Or raw.
So, the export options are pretty interesting. Can you bring that back up so I can see it?
With ease into your own workflow.
So, once you've got something you like, you can export WAV or MIDI versions.
Oh, okay.
And you can do that sort of raw or processed. I think you can do it for individual instruments or the whole loop. So, like, the exporting is like a whole window. It's like, what do I want? Do I want my sequence with all the instruments in it? Do I want just the snare as MIDI? Do I want this? Do I want that? And you can just click the right icon for what you want to drag out into your DAW. Or just leave the plugin playing. Or take it with effects, without effects.
Yeah, it seems like they've really gone all out to provide flexibility.
This is basically their answer to the opposite of addictive drums.
Yeah, it's like they've gone totally in the other direction.
Yeah, fuck drum.
Yes, fuck making your drum sounds.
Yeah, fuck real world drum sounds. It's the ultimate drum machine, I might proffer.
Yeah, well, it looks pretty good, and it's pretty different to the competition, e.g. battery.
Ah, yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it is. There's a lot of browsing coming up recently in drum machine stuff and samplers. You want to finish this off?
Yeah, let's crack on. Oop.
Tweaked or raw. Individual samples or the whole beat. Audio
Nice.
Or MIDI. XO by XLN Audio.
Why is it called XO?
Your universe of sound.
I have no idea.
Why don't they call it, like, Constellation or something?
I think Constellation would be good, but it's a bit whimsical.
I don't know. XO's pretty whimsical, mate. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's a bit PlayStation as well.
It is a bit PlayStation. They should have called it XO Triangle Square.
But no, seriously, it's I've seen quite a lot of these sort of graphical navigate between presets and sounds things. Like, it's not new. And I often worry with these things, like, if this sort of automatically analyzes your library of sounds, is it going to get it right?
It looked like it was doing a good job from the video.
Of course it did.
Yes, well.
See, I mean, how does it... I mean, you can distinguish between a kick and a snare relatively easy, but it's got two axes, it's got a sort of X and Y to plot things on, and it's got different colors. So it only seems to have three properties that it can give every sound. Could that be maybe left to right is low frequency content, high frequency content?
Well, you think so, because all the red stuff appears to be kicks. That's all on the left. The closed and open hats are on the right.
Snares are in the middle as blue.
Yeah.
But what about the up and down axis?
Well, at
Length?
the top, you've got flex 1, whatever that is. In the middle, you've got snare. And at the bottom, there really isn't much.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be nice to have a play with this and try and work out what it's actually doing under your hood.
That's what I'd really like to know. Like, because also they seem to have just colored things basically in line with the axes. So all the red stuff's on the left, all the blue stuff's in the middle. And it sort of
Green on the right.
Yeah, color sort of means less, and you could have used another property to distinguish between your sounds. I know, I'm tempted to trust them, though.
Yeah, man. I mean, the thing is, once you've got to this stage of all this fanning around, trying to find the perfect kick, perfect snare, why can't we just have an instrument that creates the perfect kick and snare, James? Surely that must be possible with the technology available to us.
Can you imagine the ad campaign for that instrument? Like AI technology.
Yeah, that's what I want, mate. Machine learning. I want a sexy woman to say, "Oh, your kick drum sample's ready, Tim." And I'm like, "Hey, baby, thanks for that. I'm going to use it right now." That sort of thing.
Sexy kick making ladies.
Yeah.
Motorway service stations.
Yeah. I'm an interesting guy.
Well, I think that's enough music tech revelation for one fortnight.
That's about the size of it. Massive.
Well, I'm gonna go on my Easter weekend group of trips, and I'll try not to visit any service stations on the way.
Oh, mate, you should visit service stations because that knowledge is invaluable. Are you going to be getting any eggs?
No, maybe, yes.
You are going to be getting eggs.
Yeah, I am.
Fair play.
Also, I think I'll send you a picture of every service station and have you identify it. Like,
Yeah, wicked.
which one is this?
Yeah, there's some really nice ones out there, man. So keep them peeled.
Well, we will get you next time in about a fortnight for more, I don't know, critical releases, huge revelations,
Service station news.
and opinions
Oh, yeah.
and swearing.